Welcome to Inside Business. I'm columnist Chris Varcoe with the Calgary Herald, joined by energy writer Dan Healing. Dan, in the last 72 hours, we've seen a lot of tumult in the world of energy, both internationally and in Canada. We saw some layoffs both in the service sector and the E&P side, the explorers and producers. What's driving what's going on? What happened today?
Well, it's just more bad news, Chris. This morning in Canada, which is one of the biggest E&P producers in Calgary, announced that they are going to chop another 20% of their workforce. They've already cut 2,000 people since 2013. Later on in the day, Calfrac, which is one of the biggest pressure pumpers in the oil patch in Calgary, so they're directly tied to completing wells. They confirmed that they've lost 40% of their Canadian workforce since the beginning of 2015 and 60% of their U.S. workforce. And they clearly signaled that if their equipment isn't working, those people are going to lose their jobs. What's the big picture look like?
Well, we saw a report from the International Energy Agency at the beginning of this week, taking a look at sort of the midterm supply scenario, and really we're still in a world with too much oil. Excess oil, the glut, is continuing to hang over top of the industry, at least in the short term. Interestingly enough, what it said for Canada is the fact that we're going to have some robust production growth in the next 3 years. We'll probably add about 800,000 barrels to the Canadian production within 5 years, but all of that growth is really front-loaded for the first 3 years because of oil sands plants coming into operation. By year 5, we're going to be sitting in a bit of a standstill situation, according to the IEA. Meanwhile, down in Houston, we saw the Saudi oil minister really throw down the gauntlet and said it's time for high-cost producers to basically get out of this industry, and it's going to be survival of the fittest. We saw oil prices tumble on Tuesday. They rebounded a bit on Wednesday, but I mean, that's the scenario. It's looking tough.
Yeah, until the oil price comes back up, all bets are off. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
All right, thanks, Dan, for joining us.
Thank you.